Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to a continuing quarterfinal action at the 2025 LAXNAI. I'm Stephen Stamp, pleased to be bringing you this battle between the Frog Pond Maulers and Seneca Marksmen that should be an absolute dandy. We just had overtime, so these guys are coming out on a short warm-up as a great game between the Code Talkers and who did the Code Talkers play? There's so much going on. It is so exciting. There's a huge hit right off the bat, a big bump from Oakley Thomas running into Ron John, and Ron John is going to take this pass over along the far boards. The flashy silver-headed stick. He will bounce one to Everett Stevens. The marksman consistently among the top teams in this tournament. We have a penalty already, and it's going to be an illegal substitution. Too many players on the marksman. They just had 6 guys on the floor. You can see the refs all came to the same count of 6 at the same moment. And that penalty will be served by Jaden Jimerson. Oh, no. He's going to go back and play defense on this penalty kill. Mitchell Van Every. Or sorry, that's Garen John is going to go and serve that penalty. And right off the hop, we have a power play for the Frog Pond Maulers. Another team that's been consistently competitive when they're in this tournament. That ball pops loose. It is scooped up. And on the run is Jaden Jimerson. He's a player I've gotten to see a fair bit of this summer and really impressed with his game. Penalty kill in effect here for the marksman. It's 1 minute penalties because it is 2 15-minute running time halves. So that means the penalties are a minute for minors, 3 minutes for majors. So 20 seconds left on the power play here for the Maulers. They're going to get to it. Jameson Bucktooth handed that pass off. They come across. It doesn't quite connect. It is grabbed off the boards. They're down to 10 seconds to shoot. That one's blocked. Great job defensively there by Heron Snow. Just a few seconds left. So, oh, that's going to be a reset. That's a big play. A bit of a break as it goes off of Heron Snow on the shot from Jordan Goddard. Play was blown in. We heard a buzzer. I think that was maybe the 30 running out. Diving attempt. What an effort there. Didn't quite connect. And the Seneca Marksman back into the offensive zone. Here comes Everett Stevens. Hard sidearm rip. Nice save by Waukegan Shognosh. Between the pipes. Actually, it might be the other goaltender. Let's double check that. Again, very short warm-up as the last game went to overtime. And these games are pretty tightly spaced, so things get rolling right away when the next game is up. And it is, it's Waukegan Shognosh between the pipes for the Frog Pond Maulers. And Gage Stevens is in net, another excellent young goaltender. For the marksman, there's a big save by Stevens on a chance right on top of the crease. That was Joe Squire trying to get it. Now Stevens will come up with this one and make an outlet pass. Lars Stout into the offensive zone. These are a lot of names, a lot of players that you'll see around playing, Senior B in the Three Nations League and the Can-Am League. There's a lot of really good lacrosse players, and there's a block by Damo DeCare. And it goes back to the marksman. Yeah, the 30 expired. It was an inadvertent reset on the 30. So the officials sharp on the floor, counting. Maulers taking their time getting up over center. Here's a chance on the run. Nice job getting back in transition defense by the Maulers, forcing Seneca to slow it down a little bit. Bucktooth with the pass. Oh, what a rip on the run. That is beautiful from Ron John. He is a defender by trade in the National Lacrosse League, but you can see he has got some skill here taking this pass. And skipping that low one. That's a lovely, lovely underhand shot. The pass coming from Keith White Jr. Oakley Thomas up to take the draw for the Maulers, who were trailing 1-0. And Everett Stevens on the mark for the Marksman. That one's just a little bit wide, taken there by Jamison Bucktooth. Ball comes across to Josh Miller. He'll hand it off, cut through the middle, try and open some space. That one winds up getting through to Gage Stevens. Hard rep. Stevens gets it. It was between his feet. He spun and swatted it away. It does go back to the Maulers. You come up top to Eric Martin. Many of you will know Eric as Hodo Martin. Terrific young player. And there's so much talent in this tournament. Almost a break, and there may be a break chance here for Everett Stevens. But he's been out there for a while. He's going to slow it down and looks to somebody coming off the bench. He will find someone in Blaze White, leading this team in scoring so far. Oh, and that is why. What a beautiful touched shot to just drift that one into the far top corner by Blaze White, and it is 2-0 for the Marksman. This is a good decision in the transition break by Everett Stevens. Oh, Blaze White. He's had that in his pocket for a long time, that shot. He's been very successful using that. Maulers come away with possession, and Wesley Whitlow will head into the offensive zone. Big battle on the board. It's along the floor. It's grabbed by Lars Stout. He takes off. He's got a man off the bench. Will he get it to McKay Jimerson? He's going to take the shot. Penalty coming. That's going to be an illegal change. A little bit early coming off the bench. Maulers don't like it, but they're going to go shorthanded and give the Marksman a chance to extend this lead. You see the Marksman gathering up at the top, a little chat. Looks like it's being led by Lyndon Stevens. Maulers have to send somebody over. It'll be Mike Lynch going to serve this minute or less. Again, it's running time. The penalty won't appear up on the screen until play is resuming, because with running time, you'd be killing the penalty as you walk over there. So it'll start as we're nearing the midway point of the first of two 15-minute running time halves. Stop time for the final couple minutes of the second half. Big pressure defense there. Forces an errant pass. Maulers trying to get it back. There's Justin Martin jumping out. We'll recognize that Toronto Rock helmet. That was touched, tipped away. It goes well wide and grabbed there by Waukegan Shognosh, the OJLL goalie of the year. Recently drafted 14th overall by the Buffalo Bandits in the NLL draft. First round goalie and possible heir to Matt Vince. Justin Martin doing a good job killing time here. It's hard to get the ball away from him. He's so quick, great footwork, and really good stick skills. He's going to try and fight through a check. It is knocked away and kicked away by Jaden Jimerson. That leads to a chance at the other end. Awesome chance for Keith White Jr., but just turned aside. And the Maulers heading forward with 3 seconds left on their penalty, and they'll be back to even strength. Past the midway point here of the first. We do have one more semi coming up right after this. It'll be a 10:10 Eastern time start. Here's a drive and a rip home. What a blast from Jordan Goddard. If you've been watching him play over the years, you know that he has got that tool in that club in his bag as well, as this is just a great blast. What an effort to fight off the double team and get that pass out. Who was that making that pass? I think it was Davin Bomberry. That's a beauty. It's 2-1. We're under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Pass comes to the near side. It's grabbed here by Annalise Dockstader. Dockstader's pass across. Oh! A rocket from Oakley Thomas. We've seen him taking draws. We've seen him playing some rugged defense, and that's what else he has. Look at this shot. Nice pass to get it over to Annalise Dockstader. And Oakley Thomas rips it. Looks like it squeezes in 5-hole. What a shot. So we're all tied up 2-2. Thought this would be a good one. These are teams always in the playoff hunt here at LAXNAI. Oakley Thomas, I think everyone thought he was shooting, but Wesley Whitlow will track it down after not being able to get the pass. Now he flips it across. There's a hard shot that Gage Stevens got a little bit tangled up by, but he did make the save. It goes into the corner. It's going to be Frog Pond possession. Flow of play really kind of leaning towards the Maulers at this point. Marksman going to see if they can turn that around. Block shot by Ron John certainly helps. All kinds of pressure. Still lots of time in the shot clock. It rolls right through the crease. Like Gage Stevens may just grab it, but rolls all the way out, and the Maulers maintain possession. That shot just wide of the far side from Jameson Bucktooth. Some of the Maulers with nicknames on the back of their jerseys. Well, those might be sponsors, actually. Coming to the near side, Marksman. Nice little flip pass back. Cutting down, trying to find a lane, but all kinds of pressure. That one's off the foot of Waukegan Shognosh. Hard rip from downtown by Jemerson. He's going to get to the bench for a change, get a pair of fresh legs out. Nice swim move. But again, the slide defense. Good job there from Damo DeCare. That shot's a little bit high. We're going to have a moving pick called on the Marksman, and the ball will go back to the Maulers, who have really started to pour on the pressure. Ball comes here to Davin Bomberry. Left it for Joe Squire, who moves it right on back. Here's Jordan Goddard, scored that rip a little while ago. He's thinking about another one, and Gage Stevens stops that. There's a glove in the crease. It had fallen off the hand of one of the Maulers players. There's a big save on the break. Maulers back up into the offensive zone. Hodo Martin is going to leave it there. Whitlow, nice little underhand pass. They go for the give and go, but couldn't quite connect. Annalise Stockstader with that shovel pass back. And it's going to be Marksman ball. Nifty little move there. Try and break out, and the Marksmen do make it across center. Little hidden ball trick. Justin Martin's right onto it as Heron Snow shoots it. And the Marksmen get one back. It had been Maulers for a while, and then here we see the change of momentum. Heron Snow hits the cutter, and Blaze White once again. He scored a couple of goals. Neither has been a big rocket of a shot, but both just perfectly placed from Blaze White. Maulers get possession. Justin Martin will leave it there and head to the bench. Martin, who played for the Haudenosaunee Nationals last year at the World Championships here in Utica. Maulers looking to even this back up late in the first, and they do it. Hodo Martin steps over the top, lets it fly, and sneaks one low. They are going low on Gage Stevens. They clearly think that is where they have some opportunity because the Maulers have been attacking the feet. Good job finding some space. Defender coming out on him, got a little sideways, and actually created more of a screen than much help for his goalie there. And that one slips by Gage Stevens. And we are tied up 3-3 into the final minute of this first half. Lars Stout with it. It's popped away. Nice little trail check there. Maulers are going to head forward. Goddard has it. I think they may have been thinking about trying to hang on and not pick up the ball for possession until there was 30 seconds left, but it was just too long. Couldn't kill that time and get it to the final shot clock to go for a last shot. So they will have a bit of a gap between game clock and shot clock. Jameson Bucktooth scores. What a beautiful play by Bucktooth, just dancing through the defense. You can see how they enjoyed that. Another player who's drafted by the NLL team this year. Nice work setting some picks to open up space and really occupying defenders. That was Dockstader drawing them over. And we have reached halftime, and the Maulers have pulled ahead 4-3. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with LAXNAI 2025 here on LAXNAI YouTube. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. 15 minutes to decide a semifinalist. 4-3 for the Frog Pond Maulers. Now going right to left on your screen in the right. And the second marksman get it. And how is he so open? Is that Lucas Beaver? That was Lucas Beaver, number 67. Just left all alone in front of the net. Once in a while, you just have a breakdown. And I'll tell you, Lucas Beaver's not a guy you want to have the ball naked on the crease. Works out okay on a big save by Keegan Shognosh. It was so sharp. Hard rip, Jordan Goddard. Stevens just stays still. He knew it was somewhere in the gear. Sidearm pass. That's a tricky bounce. Kind of fighting it off and then tracking it down to get it. Checking to see who that was. That was Jaden Jimerson. Man, he just keeps doing impressive things coming up with that ball. Driving to the net. Oh, off the far post. That's a blast from Garen John, just denied. Marksman put a man behind the net. That always draws some attention. The defenders having to watch out for that. They clear this one out to Annalise Dockstader. He'll carry into the offensive zone. Bobbled but corralled. Oh, it's a rip from Hodo Martin. But Gage Stevens grabs it and then lays that ball. He's all about the sidearm passes. He kind of lofts one up. That's a nice rip to get it ahead. What a pass. Length of the floor to find Everett Stevens. Stevens is in front of the net. But McKay Jimerson still trying to work with it. That's a goal. No, they're going to say crease violation. You want to take another look? Let's do so. The ball's still coming up the floor, so we'll take a peek here. Okay, yeah, he landed in the crease. Official right on the spot. That's a big one. Marksman could have used that to tie it back up. The feed through doesn't connect, and Gage Stevens will snag it off the boards. Another sidearm pass. He is so accurate with that. It was down by the feet of Ron John, but he almost got it. Now it's going to be Keegan Shognosh's turn. He's going to go more of the traditional overhand, and that one's picked off by Jaden Jimerson. There's a holding call coming. Nice effort by Davin Bomberry, but he definitely wound up getting tangled up. Pass across, toe drag. Keith White couldn't get that one through to get a shot off. On the 6-on-5 with the goalie pulled. Blaze White looking for the hat trick. No, he's going to pass behind the net. What a goal. Beautiful pass. Is that Jaden Jimerson? He is doing everything in this game. Look at this pass from Blaze White at the top. Again, he's got a couple of goals. They know they've got to watch him. And just slipping in behind. Oh, that is a play. Marksman tied it up at 4. We knew this would be a good one. We got one more game tonight for you here on LAXNAI YouTube. We'll have the St. Regis Braves and the Code Talkers. That's another game that should be very good. We've had a ton of overtime today as well. We've had somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 overtime games so far through the tournament. Bunch of them today, including the last one. Dockstader's shot was stopped by Gage Stevens. You're always wondering, I was looking at it, looked like Dockstader and the marksman covering were having some fun, bit of a smile. You just never know. Sometimes it's not as friendly as it looks. Things can get a little chippy, especially as you go on through a tournament. Everyone's getting tired, the stakes are ramping up. Dockstader gets stripped. Oh, that's quite a pass. Here's a break. Racing on it, Jimerson, stopped by Shognosh. Big save there. Keep it tied at 4. Through the crease, and it's going to be Frog Pond Mahler's possession. That long pass is picked off. Aaron Snow coming away with it. Oh, but that one's turned over. Dockstader goes and gets it. Missile behind the back flip. Tucking, dragging, shooting. Oh, stopped by Gage Stevens. Marksmen are going to slow things down as we're 5 minutes into the second of 2 15-minute running time halves here in a LAXNAI quarterfinal. It's the third quarterfinal, officially quarterfinal number 4. Next up, of course, quarterfinal number 2. Just the way it works out. That pass, that shot just floating over the far boards by Garen John. He's been close on a few occasions tonight. Oakley Thomas finds Hodo Martin. Thomas thinks about it, rips it. It's off the hand of Gage Stevens. Snagged immediately by Davin Bomberry. And he'll slow things down, set up the O. Sidearm rocket taken there from Joe Squire, but Stevens, no problem with that. Boy, these are a couple of good young goaltenders we're seeing in this game. Almost a little surprising that we've had 4 goals apiece at this point of the game. These guys are not easy to score on. No, Stevens didn't get a bit of that, so that's going to be an over and back. It'll become marksman possession. But the Ballers do a good job getting their defenders out. They'll go up top to Everett Stevens. He moves it on quickly. Sharp jerseys these marksmen are wearing. Love these. The blue with the pinstripes. Always a well-dressed team here. Sidearm blast stopped by Shognosh. Saw that one all the way. Nothing up the floor, so he'll make the short pass. Leave it there for Aaron Sky. Aaron Sky, a BC guy. Very good defender. Delayed penalty coming. Nice wheels by Shognosh to race over to the bench. Extra attacker out. That pass doesn't quite connect. They've still got 5 on the shot clock, but time ticking down. Just going to be a long shot. Oh, it's a pass from Bucktooth. That was a really nice pass. He sold me on the shot, but there was just enough time to get the pass across. It's going to be illegal substitution again on the marksman. That one will be served by Lars Stout, and the Maulers with a great chance to try and take a lead in this game. Sneaky little pass led to a pretty good shooting opportunity, but Gage Stevens just shuts it down. Off the bench is coming to player, but Jaden Jimerson's going to have a lane to the net. That didn't quite work out the way he was hoping to. Good job by Elijah. Should have a reset, and there we go. So that's going to give the marksman a chance to kill most of this penalty, but a 9-second difference. Blaze White fires that pass across to Jaden Jimerson. Tumbles to the turf, pops up and sprints to the box. You see how much this means to these guys. Defending champion Rochester Bats already in to the semifinals. And now, not sure if there's a penalty here. Yep. Another illegal substitution. Boy, there's been an absolute run on illegal substitutions. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for literally the shortest time possible because Seneca's player will be released once play resumes, is blown in. Meanwhile, Mike Lynch goes over to serve another too many men penalty. What that does, you have the player not be able to get on the floor until play resumes, which makes sense because it's running time. The penalty isn't quite over, but takes a few seconds of this possession for the marksman to get their fifth runner out there. Flip pass attempt doesn't quite connect. Was it touched? No, it's going to be over and back. There was no touch. It was just a missed pass. Oh, nice pass back. And then Ron John, who played that 2-on-1 very well. That is some high caliber talent with Justin Martin and Jordan Goddard coming in on Ron John. Loose ball push is going to provide possession to Cross Snow and the marksman. Marksman still have a bit of time on this power play, just a couple of seconds, so they're going to have to wait. Don't want to give up a potential breakaway. Hard shot to the far side by White, but it's off the target. They've got 5 left to shoot. They're going to take one from downtown, no problem for Shognosh. Hodo Martin comes up to take this one. He'll set about going into the offensive zone. Ball gets loose. Chance to take off. Good hustle back by Davin Bomber. It's still a 2-on-1 though. Sidearm pass. Oh, what a pickoff by Davin Bomberry. Drops the ball, but that's okay. Just gives us a chance to think about the beautiful play he made there. That's a great effort from Bomberry. Now he's going to hustle up, join this offense. Head to the middle and start trying to create some space. That one's picked off. Ron John takes off. Marksman wanted an early too many men call. They thought that Elijah was a little early getting out of the box and getting down there out of the player's bench. Come up top to Blaze White. Just scoots away from Snow. Jimerson had to go up and get that one. Backdoor attempt. That one's picked off. Lob pass ahead, maybe 2 lobbed. Jordan Goddard trying to run into it, but Justin Martin almost had it. Boy, Jordan Goddard's a good option there, but Justin Martin may be even more dangerous in transition. He is quite a finisher on the run. Mullers for a moment left to hang her down at the far end of the floor. That shot, I'm not sure. He must have seen something, because that's not generally a shot you're going to rush to take from out by the restraining line. Maybe they thought Shognosh wasn't paying attention. We're under 3 minutes to go. 4-4 tie. I was saying earlier, had some goals, maybe more than we would have thought of at that point, but boy, Shognosh and Stevens have both been dynamite. The defense is really doing their parts to stop the scoring in this one. Here's Sky Sunday playing defense now, number 14. He is out covering the marksman player. That pass doesn't connect with Blaze White. Justin Martin Had to be very sharp to avoid a back in. Went for Oakley Thomas. It doesn't get there, though. It's stolen. Nice hustle by Keith White to get out there. And then he'll head to the bench. Oakley Thomas is staying up at the floor for the Maulers. That's going to lead to what's a 2-on-2, 2-on-3. So Dockstader will just slow things down. That shot's tipped. Went off a defender's stick. Comes out to Davin Bomberry. Still a dozen on the shot clock. Under 2 to go. That one's blocked out front. Scooped up. Outlet pass. Nice job getting it ahead to Parker Jimerson. And he gets a shot off as Jordan Goddard had come back in transition D. And now Kessler Doolittle steps up over center, hands it off. He'll head to the bench. They'll slip it forward out the front door. Wesley Whitlow with possession. Across to Bucktooth. Tried the shovel pass. Ron John got a little piece of it, and it goes to Gage Stevens. So with 1:20 to go, John will take possession, flick it ahead. They hit Jimerson on the run. He might have been the most dangerous player on the floor tonight in this game. That pass, though, doesn't connect with Lyndon Stevens.
Oh, then.
Snow drives to the net, shoots, scores! Cross Snow! What a shot to squeeze it somehow between Shognosh and his post. You can see how fired up the marksmen are as they edge ahead on this lovely finish by Cross Snow. Look at the convincing fake that he's going over to the far side. Absolutely opening up his own lane. And off to the net. Snow makes it 5-4 in the final minute. Love the communication. You can see the officials looking to both benches, especially the Frog Pond benches. They fall behind and say, do you want a timeout? If you get possession, they do not. They're going to keep rolling. Save the timeout and see what happens. And it's picked off by Lucas Beaver, grabbed right back. Oakley Thomas, what a strip, what a pickup, a hard shot. Turned aside. Massive save Gage Stevens. And now the Maulers are going to take that timeout. Each team gets one per game. 45.8 seconds to go. A thriller with the marksman up 5-4. The winner will go to the semifinals. We got one more quarterfinal tonight right after this. That will be the Code Dockers versus the St. Regis Braves. And again, that should be a great game. Those are some very good rosters, very good teams. That's going to be an exciting one. Semis tomorrow are 150 and 240. Then the final at 5:10 p.m. Final is a bit longer game, not the 2:15s. Our first semi at 150 tomorrow. We'll see the Club 24 Heat against the winner of this game, actually. Who's going to get it? Hodo Martin does. The Maulers still have a chance. Tracked down by Jordan Goddard. It's picked off. Empty net. Jaden Jimerson, fittingly, the guy to get that ball. Is he going to put it in the empty net? He's just going to wait and let the clock keep ticking away. And now he'll put it away. What a play by Jaden Jimerson. And that is going to ice it for the Seneca marksman. He is all kinds of happy after that terrific play to wrap things up. So yeah, the first semifinal tomorrow will be, as mentioned, at 1:50 p.m. That will be Club 24 Heat versus the last year's bronze medalists against the Seneca marksman. And then, yeah, that's going to be the game. They look like there's a little time left on. They're just going to say that's it. The second semifinal is at 2:40 tomorrow. That's going to be the Rochester Bats. And the winner of, wait a second. Sorry. Let's start that over, okay, for the semis. tomorrow, the first semi will be Club 24 Heat against the winner of the next game we're going to have, which is Code Talkers and St. Regis Braves. This game's winner, the Seneca Marksmen, will be playing the Rochester Bats tomorrow at 2:40. So stay with us. We've got about 14 minutes till Code Talkers and Braves here on LAXNAI YouTube from the 2025 LAXNAI. We will see you shortly.